Welcome back, Commanders! The countdown hits 0, and our hero's adventure begins. Rolling out in the Bat Châtillon Bourrasque's cousin, the BCCS-59, this daring commander wastes no time. The mission? Simple. Capture the enemy base, or wipe them off the face of the earth. Right from the start, the tank zips across the field like a caffeinated cheetah. Engines roaring, the map already lighting up with enemy markers. But then, boom! A perfectly placed artillery strike rains down, turning the shoreline into a fireworks festival. Critical damage after critical damage, and in just seconds, the scoreboard is already trembling. The enemy light tanks thought they were clever, sneaking into position. But they didn't expect to be hit with the power of a thunder god. Explosions everywhere, health bars evaporating, and our hero casually racks up thousands of damage as if it's just another Tuesday. By the 2-minute mark, the battlefield is chaos. Flames, smoke, and panicked enemies running in every direction. Meanwhile, our BCCS-59 is sitting comfortably with over 3,000 damage caused already, setting the stage for an absolutely legendary match. And now, we're diving straight into the heart of the battle. The shoreline has already been scorched, wrecks are piling up, and our hero in the BCCS-59 is just getting warmed up. With the first 3,000 damage locked in, the enemies should have learned their lesson. But nope. They push straight into the grinder. Watch this. 2 flakmouse heavies bunch up behind a rock, thinking they've found cover. But cover won't save you when HE shells rain down from the sky. Boom! Double criticals. Their health bars shredded like paper in a storm. One of them is already hanging on by a thread, the other panicking, engines burning. But our hero doesn't stop. The minimap lights up with new targets, another push along the river. What do they get for their bravery? Instant punishment. The entire screen explodes in fireballs as multiple tanks take splash damage in a single strike. Look at those numbers. 700, 900, over 1,000 HP gone in seconds. By now, the scoreboard is turning green. The enemy team is losing tanks faster than they can even react. Thunderclaps and EBRS try to flank, but they only manage to feed more hit points into the meat grinder. And we're only halfway through the game. And check this out, the enemy's last hope, a cluster of heavies trying to regroup in the open field. Huge mistake. With perfect timing, the BCCS-59 unloads yet another devastating strike. Flames, criticals, explosions. It's like the 4th of July out here. By the 5-minute mark, the battlefield looks less like a match and more like a graveyard. Wrecks everywhere, smoke rising, and our hero is sitting on over 8,000 damage, completely in control of the chaos. And trust me, this is still only the setup. The endgame is going to be even nastier. The score is tight, the pressure is sky high, and our BCCS-59 is already sitting at monstrous damage numbers. But here comes the turning point, the final act where legends are written. The enemy heavies think they can regroup, pushing stubbornly into the open. Big mistake. Our hero lines up the shots, and boom! Another massive hit connects. Flames, smoke, and broken dreams scatter across the field. Every rocket from that brutal launcher lands like a thunderstrike, shredding what little morale the enemy team has left. The map is on fire, literally. EBRs scrambling, Thunderclaps desperately trying to hold the line, but it's hopeless. One after another, the enemy vehicles explode in spectacular fireballs. You can almost feel the panic from the red side. How is this single tank doing so much damage? And then comes the carnage highlight. 3 enemy tanks clumped together. Perfect target. Our hero doesn't hesitate. A quick aim, rockets unleashed, and the entire area turns into a blazing inferno. Critical damage, ammo racks popping, modules destroyed. It's chaos. By the time the dust clears, the scoreboard flips heavily in Green's favour. But the BCC-59 isn't done yet. Oh no! Pushing forward with confidence, he hunts down the survivors one by one. An E-100 desperately tries to crawl back to cover. Too late. Rockets rain down, stripping the last of its HP and sending it back to garage. And look at the numbers. Every second, the damage counter is ticking higher, like a jackpot machine gone crazy. The crowd would be screaming by now. If this were an arena, people would be on their feet. Final minute, only a handful of enemies left. The green team mops up stragglers, while our hero keeps farming like a machine possessed. Another EBR gets deleted, another thunderclap explodes, and the scoreline stretches wider and wider. And then it happens. The last red tank is cornered. One final barrage, one last thunderous boom, and it's over. Victory! The screen fades, and the numbers appear. 14,652 damage dealt. Absolute carnage. That's not just a good battle, that's a historic performance. And not a single point of HP lost. Flawless execution. This wasn't just a game, this was an artillery symphony with our BCCS-59 as the conductor. So remember this moment, Commanders. Sometimes it's not about surviving. It's about dominating so hard the enemy never even had a chance.